Hey, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Before I get any further, I need everyone to get your pen and paper, go grab your girlfriend and girlfriends, because look, this next guest is going to drop nuggets just like the other ones have. So you guys got to get ready. Then also, too, what is your guys' favorite evening beverage? Or what do you drink during our show? If you could text me that at 614-674-0074, let me know. And also, too, you guys know I'm on my journey of snacks and healthy snacks at that. What is your go-to snack? Now, will you be surprised? Look what I got, guys. I got me my unsweetened tea. I've already had my water for the day, so I am ready and energized. So now, I've given you time to grab everything up, but I want to ask you this. Are you sitting at your desk and thinking about your what's next? Or are you sitting at somewhere, maybe not even at your desk, you're working 9 to 5 and you want more, but you don't know what that more is? If these two and many other questions fit you, you're in the right place. I want to welcome you all to She Shift, the podcast that here to empower, inspire you to go after your what's next, no matter what it is. So tonight, I want to let you know who I have. Her name is Shuntell Austin. Shuntell is a 3-time cancer survivor, a military wife, a mental health advocate. But more than that, Shuntell is proof that fight doesn't end when the diagnosis does. In this episode of She Shift, Shuntell will share how she turned pain into purpose, build a movement for others, and discover the power of choosing herself, even when no one else would. So without further ado, everyone, welcome Shuntell to the stage.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, lady?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I am great, thank you. Is it hot where you're at
Yeah, today it is.
today? Oh,
Yeah, Indiana. It's bipolar weather.
yeah. Listen, listen. I'm right there with you because we're in Columbus, Ohio. So we have the
Right next
bipolar.
door.
We have that crazy weather. But before they go any further, Shuntell, I hope you heard the amazing bio that was given. Would you like to tell the audience any more about yourself?
Um, it was a lot. I'm Shuntell Austin. Like I said, I'm a military wife. I've been married for 25 years. I have 2 children and 3 grandchildren. I'm also so much. I'm an advocate. I'm an author. I am in suicide movement. Um, I just love helping people, basically. I have fought a battle that no one else seems to understand, but I tell people through God, I made it.
I know that's right. And you're right. You have fought a battle. I've seen that. But I want to ask you something. At what moment in time did you realize that you had shifted from survivor to leadership? Because you know that comes with a different mindset. So how did you even come to that?
When I thought that I wasn't gonna make it, I
Ooh.
was sitting on the side of my bed. My husband was in Afghanistan, and I was taking chemo during that time. And by me going to chemo every day, I see other people battling, struggling with chemo.
Mm.
I was unfortunately, like I said, my husband military, so I had good insurance. Um, I said, you know what? When I see people crying, and I said, I'm going to do something with this. And I came up with the name You're Worth Fighting For. I said, I'm going to lead and empower not only women, men also, all ages, children and all, to let them know that, hey, we got this. So that's how I came up with becoming a leader as an advocate for cancer. I never thought I was going to do that because, like you say, me, mm-mm. That wasn't in my plan, but God put it in my plan.
Yeah, absolutely. What I liked about that one thing that I have to say, what I really like about your organization, you help them financially. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you do that? Because a lot of I don't see that a lot. So how do you even do that? And let me say this before we get in, if someone's like, I want to give her money to help someone financially, how can they do that too?
They can always go on my website with You're Worth Fighting For, the number 4.org, and hit the donate button. You put the donation in, how much you want to contribute to the cancer patient. I want to also say this. With my foundation, we don't keep any money. We give everything to the patient. We try to distribute it throughout equally. Um, I pay for out of pocket. I have sponsors, but the majority comes out my pocket.
Wow. Kudos to you. And I thank you for doing that, because that's a big, that's a tall order. That's a tall that is a tall order. So to get donations, um, anywhere we can get them to help you, so to be less out of your pocket, is so much needed. But let me also ask you, as often as you hear when no one else will fight for you, you fight for yourself. What did that look like in your darkest moment? What did that look like?
In my darkest moment, it felt like I was alone, that everybody had walked off from me. And I had to realize I got to fight for myself. I had so many friends who I thought was my friends, but one phrase my dad and my grandma always used to tell me, that get sick and you'll know who your friend is.
Ooh.
I never, you young, you don't believe what they say. Oh, whatever, and they just always say, my dad used to tell me that a lot. Get sick and let's see who your friends is. And that right there, when I got sick, that showed me who my friends were.
Really?
Yeah.
So did all of them, or did all of
Mm,
them leave?
not all of them, some of them, but the main ones who I thought that was going to be there for me wasn't there for me.
Yes. So how did
They was too busy saying stuff like, cause I went down to 80 pounds. I was on a cane. So they were saying stuff like, her husband not gonna want her. She's bald headed. She's sickly. What man want a sickly wife now? She can't do this. She can't do that. And so when my husband called home from Afghanistan, I used to ask him, I used to be crying. You don't want me no more. He said, what are you talking about? He said, this is to death do us part, sickness and health. He said, what? Don't listen to them. No, he was getting mad at me. Stop listening to them.
Right. So
Yeah.
how did you overcome that? That's hard, especially during that time when you need, not only that you're going through this, but also too that you need everyone to be around you, your support system to be around you. So how did you overcome this?
Through the grace of God. Because remember, I was suicidal. It made me
Yes.
suicidal. So I was in a dark place. Everything was black. I had to start putting everything black in my house, leaving the blinds closed, everything, crying, asking God, why me? And one particular day, something said, why not you?
Mm,
And I'm just looking around the room, looking at my laptop to make sure, because I used to keep it open because my husband's in Afghanistan. On
yes.
Skype, I used to keep it open in case, I'm looking at, see, is he talking to me? It was blank. And I'm like, and it said it again, why not you?
And so after that, why not you? Did things started shifting for you? Did your
That's when
mindset started changing? And if so, how did your mindset start to change?
um everything started shifting. My mindset started changing. Like, you have to fight for yourself. I
Mm,
got up, I opened my blinds, I started buying different things. I called my husband. I said, I just got to get out this dark place. I got to get out this dark place. And I brought new furniture. I changed the blinds to white. I started praying more. I mean, I was praying, 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 praying.
mhm, mhm.
And I said, this is not me. I kept saying, this is not me. Because me, I was raised in church.
Yes, ma'am.
So I look at the fact that I was very spiritual. My grandma used to always tell me that God's not going to put more on you can't bear. God's
Yeah.
going to sit you down. Because that's how I look at it. I tell people in
True.
my speeches, I say, God set me down. The reason he set me down because I was too busy going. Me and my husband,
Mm,
going out of town, we was just going, having fun. But I didn't give him no time. And I tell people, they say, don't put no God before me. So to me, I was putting everything before God. So he had to sit me down to show me to call back on him. So that's when I started calling back on him. And then he had removed the people that weren't no good to me. So he removed them out of my life. So it wasn't that they walked off from me. God removed them.
gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Which is that so true then. So he knew who was not for you. So he had to show you who wasn't for you, but who is for you. And I
Hmm.
think that and you're right, though, we miss him talking to us. he talks to us. I know he talks to me. Cause I know I'm always telling like, no, God, I know he's like, no, here she go again. I know that's what he says about me. Because every day, well, as you see, I was praying. I always pray before a show, and I'm always saying, use me as how you want to use me. I know he's probably saying, now here she go again. She called me morning, noon, and night. But we still miss him. And that's truth. And you're right, though, we do not pay attention. With that being said, as this paying attention, so has it made you more mindful of him speaking to you? Do you notice more him coming to see you or speak to you? Do you notice that more?
Mm-hmm.
Do you, and how do you
Yep.
see that? How do you see that?
But if I feel like you say, I always pray.
Mm-hmm.
And every morning I say, God, just lead me. Show me the way. When I go to work, I say, God, show me the way. If this is not what you want me to do, let me know.
Right.
And God always shows signs before it's
True.
destruction. I tell people that. So he showed me a lot of signs. I mean, a lot of signs he has showed me. Then I'm like, you see that? That could have been me. Or I could have did this. I could have did that. And I tell people, God showed you 3 warning signs before destruction. So I
Ooh,
look at life. I tell people that cancer doesn't kill you. You kill yourself because you worry about the cancer. Don't stress about it. It's just a battle that you're going through. It's just a chapter in my life I went through. I tell people, they say, how did you? They read my book. It's just a battle. It's a journey.
it's a journey. I love that. Excuse me. I love that so much. As your help, as how do you keep your mission personal without letting it overwhelm you emotionally? Because I read this. Listen, let me first tell you this. I tell my whole team that I work, because I still work in corporate. I tell my team about you, amazing ladies. Come on, every week. So I'm telling everybody about you. I tell everybody each week. And they're like, Pam, I'm like, well, then come on so you can ask them questions. But I tell them so much about you, amazing women. So they were like, and that was one question. Like 2 of my teammates were like, can you ask her? And I'm like, I'll ask. Because nobody didn't want to ask you. So I'm asking on their behalf, which I don't know why they wouldn't show up. So they wanted me to ask you, how do you keep your mission personal without being overwhelmed?
Um, because I had it. I know what they're going through. Sometimes we cry together. Sometimes we laugh together. And I don't take it personal because I look at this as just like you say, it's a mission,
Hmm.
something that we going through. So we're going to fight through this together. I don't, if I do get personal sometime. I'm not going to say I don't because I cry with some people. I'm like, man, especially ones who die, and I try to help, tell them to fight, 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 and they want to give up. I try to tell them, no, don't give up. Giving up is not an option. You could
Right.
beat this. You could beat this, but they stress so much and be scared. And I feel sad. I cry, especially they got little kids behind.
Mm,
But then I have to pull myself together. I said, Shuntell, come back.
right.
Now you got other people you still got to help. If I could say one or two people could go into remission, don't catch it no more. I said I didn't did my job.
Right. That's
You know.
so true. That's so
Mm-hmm.
true. But this is also, and let's shift a little bit because it also deals with the mental.
Oh yeah.
And you had talked about being suicidal, and I know there's women around the world that has listened to this, and they're in this. They're in this. What would you tell them? They're listening to them like I'm there. What would you tell them?
Ooh. Um. What I would tell them is, no matter what you're going through, never think about taking your life. I was there. The mind will play tricks on you. Your
Mm,
mental will make you think that you are less of a woman or a man. Don't nobody love you. Don't nobody want to be there for you. You're a burden on people. This is
mm,
what my brain was telling me. You're a burden. Just take your life. I actually had the gun in my hand. Just take your life.
or-
Take your life. You know? But you have to realize you have to be strong. I wasn't strong at first. I wasn't strong at all. I mean, my husband wasn't here.
mhm,
So, I said that I felt that it's just time for me to go because I felt that I was going to be a burden on him. But every day he talked to me and was saying, "You're not a burden on me. You're my wife. You're my
mm,
wife." He said one thing that stuck with me that made me get up and
mm,
say, "Nah, I can't do this. I'm getting up out this depression." He told me that I'm over here fighting a war so you can live. And if I die, I'm
mm.
doing it because of you. I love you that much. I want you to live. I can die over here. He said, I wouldn't care. He said, as long as my wife is living.
Oh, that's powerful. That gives me chills. That was powerful, but that was also that was the motivation or the strength that you needed to move
Yep.
through that. And I only can imagine feeling. And I've heard other cancer patients, even other people that have not gone through cancer, but also facing other dark parts of their life, that they've said that too. So I want everybody to know that though that we're talking about cancer, this also applies to anybody else that does not have cancer. So many people are sitting someplace in
Hmm.
in a dark space and don't know how to get out of the dark space. There was even a young lady I follow on YouTube, and she just kept saying, I don't even know what to do anymore. And so we were all giving her encouragement of knowing that you matter and you are just as important as anybody else, and know that you have God has a reason and purpose for you here.
Hmm.
And so I want women to understand that this is just not for the cancer patients. This is for everybody. I think this is hits home so much, especially what's going on in the world. And people are facing so much that they are there as well. So know that this is empowering you to move and to move to what you need to move to. And we understand it's hard, right? Especially those who, as Shuntell, had faced the sickness. It's hard, but she did talk about the mindset, and I needed us to talk about the mindset because it's important. We
Yeah.
don't address, especially, let's be honest, our community,
Oh,
how often
yeah.
we don't even talk about it. You know, I'm always telling everybody there is nothing wrong with talking about it. If you don't feel talking about it, then go seek someone who can't. You can talk about it. So I want people to understand that. Shuntell, we've already. This has been so much fun. Look, I could talk all day, as you can see. But real quick, if somebody wanted to, again, want to donate to your organization, or just get simply and get in touch with you and see how they can help you, how can they do that?
You can go to my website at you're worth fighting for, the number 4.org. You can leave a message also on there, or you can email me at you're worth fighting for at gmail.com.
Perfect. Let me ask you this. Do you have any daily non-negotiable? Look, I do. I have a lot of daily non-negotiables that helps me stay mental and help me stay strong. Do you have any? And if so, what are they?
I never thought about that. I just, what helped me stay strong is cancer patients and patients in general. Um, I read my Bible. The first, like I said, the first thing I do, I tell God to lead me in the morning time. Which direction you want me to go, guide me, walk me through the day. Um, I just, like I say, just helping people. That's what basically my motivation lead me. I just like to helping people because
I
like I say, I know that I've seen people
Yes,
offhand didn't have financial assistance, couldn't pay co-pays, couldn't get their medicine, couldn't
right.
do none of that. So I try to help out, sit with them in chemo. People send by themselves. Because, I did mine 13 months. I had 13 months of chemo, and I did it by myself. I drove myself.
You drove yourself?
Yes, my husband's in Afghanistan. 13 months of chemo, 8 weeks of radiation, 12 surgeries. So I
Wow.
did everything by myself while my husband's in Afghanistan, you
Wow.
know. So when he came home for 2 weeks because they said I was going to die,
Mm-hmm.
they got him home from Afghanistan and they said heart was going to stop. They told me that. And they said that Dr. Wallen, I said, no, could you stay here with me because I want to be alone. I want
Right.
my heart. I don't want to die by myself because my husband's not here. And they said, well, get her husband home. She just flat out told me, she said, your heart's going to stop. Now, how do you feel when a doctor tell you something like that?
That's what I was going to
I
ask you.
wasn't scared because I just told her, well, could you stand here with me because I don't want to go by myself. I
Right.
was in ICU, and she said, we're going to be here the step of the way. Your husband be home. Your husband be home. But then he finally called the hospital. They put the phone to my ear. He told me to fight. And he said, you better not down me. He kept telling me, he said, babe, you better fight. You better fight. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'm in Germany now. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. He told them, no matter what, survive her before
Mm,
I get there, you know. So I
that's
think that's my motivation to live because I have someone that has my back, put it like that. No matter what, you know, through the
mhm.
foundation, If I'm short of anything, somebody with a bill, he don't hesitate. He say, "Hey, go get it out of savings. How much she need? $40 or $50 for a bill." He said, "Go get it out." He don't hesitate. He don't say, "I'm not gonna do that because that's our money." So I said that I have a purpose here, and God's gonna bless it. It's gonna go wild pretty soon because I want to be
Absolutely.
nationwide. I tell people I want to help
Absolutely.
everybody. So
Absolutely. I totally agree with you there. We even talked about that. And what you're doing and your husband is doing, it's so needed, and it's missed the mark of so many people that will help people around the world. So so agree with you there. What message do you want to leave with the woman listening who feels like she's at her end? What would you like to leave her with?
I want to know that she's not at her end. It's just a journey she's going through in life. No matter what, we all have chapters in our life that we going through. So this is her chapter right now. She's going to sit down. She's going to pray. If you need me, you can, like I said before, you can email me. You can call me. I'm there for you. My phone is open 24/7. I tell people have called me 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, say they finna kill themselves. They depressed through the chemo. I will answer. Don't give up. You are worth fighting for. If no one fight for you, my phrase I always say, fight for yourself. Don't
I,
give up.
I so agree with you there. Fight for yourself. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Trust me, I do. Know it's hard. Well, Shuntell, this part of the show is over. Thank you so much. This was
Thank you.
motivating and inspirational. Okay, so on this side of the show, I do some rapid fire questions, and we do it to have fun. But I want to first talk about. I heard you at the beginning of the show that you have a book. What is the name of the book? Where can
Uh,
people get it from? And things like that.
yes, I have two books. One called "You're Worth Fighting For: Cancer, War, and Marriage," and the other one called "You're Worth Fighting For: Blood, Shed, and Tears." So they on Amazon, or you can um, inbox me, on Facebook or on my website, and I can ship it to you. They only $12 a
Okay.
book. So it's part one and part two. You're fighting for cancer, war, and marriage. That tells my struggle with my husband's overseas and
Okay.
me battling cancer. Part two is go deeper, tell me what I went through and what he went through when he went back with depressions, PTSD, and we was on the verge of getting a divorce.
Oh my goodness. And I'm glad you're putting him into the book. A couple shows ago, not to overpower, but a couple shows ago, I did have a a she's my friend, but also she too was going through, and I wanted society to know men, especially African American men, are known for to hide their feelings. So I had to bring the man. I wanted to bring the man on. And I'm going to say had to bring the man on because I want men to know that they don't have to be as strong. That we do it together and we support each other, but we appreciate what they do for us. And so I had him come on too. But I'm glad you're talking about your husband's story. I think it's essential that you get to talk about. You get to give him an avenue, or you've created an avenue that talks about how he felt and what he went through.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Yeah.
that. So with that being said, what is one word that describes you today?
Ambitious.
Ooh, I love it. Look, I was gonna say resilient, but I already had resilient on my paper earlier today.
Okay. Look, all of it.
Right, exactly. Last thing you prayed or meditated about.
Um, this morning, my foundation.
Love it.
Mm.
What is your favorite quote that you live by?
Mm. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, I got so many. Well, okay. My favorite quote I live by is when nobody else. I know you laugh.
No, I'm
When
not.
nobody else will fight for you, you have to fight for yourself.
I
That's
love
my
it.
favorite quote.
I love it. I love it. Your go-to hype song before speaking or showing up on a gig.
Um. Oh my God, I got two. I did. Wow, that's it's different ones they be playing, but I like Hawkins.
Look, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
God did it. What is it? God
Yep.
did it. Yeah. Yep, I like that one.
Like, I don't even know her. I have written for you. Oh, the favorite quote, I have put phenomenal woman for you. I had that for
Okay,
you.
I'm about to use that one.
I do this I do it all the time. Um, I had for your hype song, go get your blessings. Go get it. Go get
Oh yeah, okay.
for Mary. Yeah. For
You're
Mary.
Mary.
Yeah, I had that.
Mm-hmm.
This is for you, but I was just it was God giving them to me. But let me ask you this. What's something people would be surprised to know about you?
Mm. Um, God ain't through with me yet. Because
Ooh.
baby,
That's
I'll be
right.
telling them, they be saying, well, why you ain't like that? He ain't through with me yet now. I can switch it on and switch it.
Would you say on and off in a second? Look, like
Okay.
off and on, off
Okay.
I understand that. What's one thing you're saying no to more often these days than anything?
Money to my kids
Oh,
and grandkids. No.
listen, my girl, she get ready to be here in just a few minutes, so I understand that.
Okay.
I understand that. And last thing, what's one thing you're proud of that no one claps for?
Opening up my foundation.
I love
I'm
it.
so proud of that. Um, Coming from where I came from, I've been doing it since 2015. And you have to remember, I only had two people.
Mm-hmm.
At my council ball, I had two people. From two people to 75, I say I think I did very good, and I'm
Oh
proud.
my
A
goodness.
lot of people hate, hate on.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
she keep hating, baby, keep
Right.
hating. Why
Praise the
God keep
Lord.
elevating me up and up and up.
Right. I know. What was the hardest thing of doing of creating your foundation? What was one of the hardest things?
Getting people to support me.
Really?
Yeah, that was really hard for me.
Even
Cause
though
everything else played a part, came together. It seemed like it came to get my 501c3, my
yes.
website, my bank accounts, the paperwork, the board, the bylaws, everything came together. But it's like getting people to sponsor me and getting people to support me, because most people, to me, they don't think cancer is very, very serious to me until someone hit in their family.
That's mind
Yeah,
blowing. I promise you, that's mind blowing to me. It
yeah,
really is. Like because that's what I was gonna say. Even though it is due to the illness, the hesitation that it's just mind blowing. I'm
yeah,
have to say that. I'm gonna have to
yeah.
say that. Well, Miss Chantel, this was fun. I mean,
Yes, it was.
it was so fun. But before we do that, I have two more questions for you.
Okay.
So the first one is, what is your what's next?
My what's next is within 2027. What are we, 25? Yeah, 27. My goal is, which I claim it because God going to give it to me. I'm going to
Absolutely.
build a hub.
Ooh, I can see that. I can see that. I see
That's
it.
my plan. That's my long-term goal. I've been working on it, doing a lot of research. I want to build a hub, a ribbon cutting, and I want to be able to help all cancer patients from young to old. I want to be able to just pour out the love. I want to be able to have the funding coming in, the big time grant people, the sponsors coming in, and I want to have transportation, because right now I take people to chemo, but
Mm,
I don't get paid for anything. I just take
right,
them to chemo.
right.
So I want to be able to have a transportation company for my cancer patients, so they could call. Medicaid could call them, say, hey, we need to pick up this person from chemo. Okay, what time? Like that. So, hey, I got big dreams. And you
Yeah.
know what's the fun part about the killing part about this is, I
What's
had
that?
someone tell me that, oh, you dream too big.
No,
I said,
you
that's
don't.
okay. I
No,
said,
no.
keep saying it. I said, it's going to happen.
Oh
And
yeah,
they told me it's never going to happen. A
of
girl
course,
at work told me that it's never going to happen. You dream
of
too big.
course,
I said,
of
okay.
course. Right. Don't worry. You'll see.
Hmm.
Please be on the sideline, just watching, just
And I
watching.
want to be right on your show when it happens, so I can say,
Girl, I was just gonna
look
say
at God.
when
Look
it
at God.
comes, I want you to be on. We're gonna have the balloons.
Yes.
and some, and we're going to have horns, and we are going to celebrate you. So we will definitely stay in contact, because I cannot wait to celebrate. And I know it's going to, I see it. I already see it. I see it as if I'm walking through it now. So
Yeah,
I
we're
know
gonna come.
it's coming. I see it already. And
Mhm.
with that, Mrs. Shuntell, what is your win for this week?
What's my win?
Yes, ma'am.
My win for this week is, yeah, no, yeah, oh yes, I won. I got the my win for this week was the Indianapolis, Indiana Indians
Yes.
sponsor me.
Oh,
I
did
just got the
they?
letter today. I
Yay!
actually got it today.
Congratulations!
I got it today.
Congratulations! That is awesome, girl. You should be out there celebrate. That's another celebration right there. Look, anything to give
Okay.
me. You must be glad I don't live there. I was like, girl, we're gonna go out to
Hey,
eat.
you need to come. Hey, you need to come to the council ball. Come on
When
down.
it's
You ain't far
October?
from me.
No, I'm not. It's October.
18th.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely do it. I'm gonna put it on my books.
October 18th. Come on down. We have candlelight vigil. We have dinner. We have Anisha Bascom from North Carolina. She's an author, advocate, artist. She's speaking on stomach cancer.
Yes.
Um, this year's teal takeover. We do each color each year we do a different color. So
Oh,
this year we teal for ovarian. Last year they were pancreas. We did last year.
okay.
Um, hey, we're gonna have food dinner,
Oh,
candlelight vigil, give awards out.
oh, that is fun. I
Hmm.
definitely will put it on my calendar.
Yes.
I will definitely. I actually already had it. I did it. I already did note it, but I definitely will do that and put that and put it. Look, when I go back to work on Friday, I'll put it in there for my vacation requests.
Yes.
So I will be there. And so, lastly, I'm always asking all the guests, especially as such as wonderful woman as you are, what would you like to leave our listeners with?
I would like to leave you guys with that. You're not alone. I'm here for you. We all are here for you. You have any doubt in your mind, mentally, physically, you feel drained, reach out to me, because no matter what, we all worth fighting for. We all have problems. We all have a journey, and I'm here to walk that journey with you to the end.
I love it. You were amazing. This was fun. We'll have to have you back on. But if you
Yes.
put you in the green room, don't hang up because I hate to
Okay.
call you, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay, everybody. This was moving. I have my notes. This was powerful, impactful. She talked about, and again, this was not just about the women fighting for cancer. This is for everybody. I want you all to know that you only have one life to live. And as we even talked about, you fight for yourself. And if you can't do it, Shuntell said that and look, here goes down below is is her website. You can contact her through her website. But note that this fight, you don't have to do it alone. And note that you got this. You got this. And we got you. So as always, you guys, this week was powerful, impactful. Hope this motivates you to stay focused on your what's next as it has me. And note that you matter. And note that you only got that one life, y'all. Live it to your fullest, not for anybody else. And as Shuntell even talked about, she had those naysayers. She had some that did not even need to be part of her journey. And guess what? They were removed, and those will be removed for you. So note that, take care of yourself, and I will see you next week with another amazing guest. Take care, everyone. Bye.